Hot water bottles, I have no idea on this next one what in the world he's talking about. Hot water bottles. What is that? Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to be watching and reacting to 5 ways British and American bedrooms are very different. How much can a bedroom be different? What are in British bedrooms that are not in American bedrooms and vice versa? And why do we have these or why don't we have these? What am I missing out that you have, or perhaps the other way around? So I'm assuming maybe something with the closets or the sizes, like the bed size perhaps. I'm kind of thinking of that. Everything seems a little bigger in America. Everything's just blown away out of proportion. So maybe something along those lines. I'm apologizing now for this glare that's in my eyes right now. There's no shade right there on that door. So actually, I think you see it in this other view. There we go. There, that's a door. In the reflection of the television. So we're going to watch this guy, this British guy that now lives in America, probably has his dual citizenship. I don't know how hard that is to get, or he's an American citizen now. I don't know, but he's been here for, I forget what it was, 15 years or 10 years, something along those lines. So he has a pretty long life in both areas and now makes these kinds of videos. Let's jump in and let's see what the differences are. What do we not have that the other one does and vice versa?
One of the most common bedroom differences I get asked about is, why do Americans sleep with that extra sheet between the quilt and you?
We do that.
Hello,
True.
I'm Lawrence and I'm on a quest to uncover all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond, and one of those memos pertains to bedrooms.
Yay.
In Britain and throughout the world, people need a designated room where they can go to sleep and do other stuff, like reading, for example. But depending on the country that you're in, the bedroom, a word supposedly coined by Shakespeare, might take a different form. And as somebody who has lived extensively in both Britain and America, this is most certainly true of those two countries. And so without further ado, here are 5 ways that British and American bedrooms are very different.
I'm excited.
Before we even get to the main centerpiece of the bedroom, which is the bed, there is one major thing that American bedrooms have that most British bedrooms do not, and it's something contained not within the 4 walls of the bedroom, but within the wall. I'm talking about built-in closets. Now, this is my walk-in closet. I say mine, I mean it is shared with my wife, of course. I say shared, I mean it's mostly hers.
That's, often
So you
true.
might be thinking, well, Lawrence, where do British people hang their clothes? And the answer is simple: in a wardrobe that admittedly takes up more space, unless it leads to Narnia. But while America may have the advantage in the closet department, Britain is still leading the way on these.
Yeah, my bedroom, and every room in my house, every bedroom in the house has a not quite a walk-in closet, but just a closet built into the wall. It like shoots out of the wall. There's two big giant like rolling doors that we have to just open and close it. If you need the extra space, you get a wardrobe. Like you see them everywhere. They're in like a lot of master bedrooms and stuff as well. They need more room, especially in the master bedroom. There's going to be like a walk-in closet, and some homes have crazy walk-in closets. Hot water bottles, I have no idea on this next one what in the world he's talking about. Hot water bottles. What is that?
Back in the days when I still dressed like a child, you bought me this t-shirt, so you can leave it out. Back in the days when I was still a child, I distinctly remember sleeping alongside a rubber accessory that was filled with hot water. It was a hot water bottle.
Why?
And it was one of those things that I'd forgotten about until researching for this video. For anyone not in the know, a hot water bottle is exactly the accessory I just described, and its purpose is to keep you warm while you sleep. It can be a problem if you accidentally burst it, because then your parents think you have another problem and you have to go see a doctor. Now, with the advent of electric blankets, hot water bottles have seen a decline in popularity. This is particularly true in the United States, but I have it on good authority that people still occasionally use them in Britain. But part of me believes that most of them just use it to refill their tea without leaving the bed.
So is that what since it's been so long since he's lived there, Is that true? People might still use a hot water bottle to keep, I mean, it makes sense. Just use it to keep warm. Just have this warm thing next to you as you sleep. I've never heard of that here. I don't know what people used to do. I don't know. We have a heater. I don't know. And I'm in California, so the weather is very fair most of the time. I don't know what people in cold climates do. They just turn on the heater. We love using energy here. We are big energy users here, so. This is 3 of 5 bed sizes. This is the one that I would guess. Everything's just generally bigger here. We always hear bigger and better here in the US, but oftentimes it's not quite better. It's just bigger, and even bigger. It just keeps growing too.
As always, when it comes to comparing British and American things, inevitably it always comes back to size. And you might not be too surprised to learn that American beds on the whole are longer, wider, or sometimes both than British beds. So let's take a look at how that plays out, or lays out. That's a bed pun. Sorry, let's just take a look. So the smallest bed size in the United States is the twin bed. This measures in at roughly 39 by 75 inches. And its nearest equivalent in Britain is a single bed, which is just as long as an American twin, but 4 inches less wide. After that, America has a twin XL, which is coupled with Britain's small double. Try saying that after 4 whiskeys.
Small double, small double. The twin XL, is that for extra large? Because I think I got like a longer bed. I'm not overly tall. I'm just a little over 6 foot. But I had to get something that was taller because my feet would go almost to the end of this bed.
And then America has what is known as the full-size mattress. This is 54 inches by 75. This is almost identical to the double-size mattress in Britain. As both countries sort of introduce a royal family of mattress sizes.
Oh, yeah.
In the
Here we
US,
go.
some people sleep on the Queen, not the Queen, that would be breaking news, on a queen-sized mattress, which is about 60 inches by 80. This is virtually identical to Britain's king-size mattress. But neither country ousts their bedroom monarchy there. What's better than a queen? A super queen. In the US, this measures in at 66 inches by 80. Funnily enough, the nearest equivalent in Britain is called, can you guess what it's called? Can you? It's called a super king.
Super king, of course, the super king. Super queen, I've never heard of before. I think if you're not going to sleep, and maybe it is on like the East Coast or something, or Midwest, I've never, as an American, never heard of a super queen before, but we are just getting started with the American beds because it gets way crazier. Super queen, never heard of, but I think if people go from a queen to the next step, they're just going for a king, and I won't spoil what's coming up next. Hold on to your sheets.
72 inches by 80. And so Britain wins, except it doesn't, because America also has a king-size bed that measures 76 by 80. And at this point, Britain's mattresses abdicated the throne, while America's just kept going with the California king at 72 inches by 84, and that's just showing off.
Like Rihanna did a song called California King Bed. I don't know what it's about. It's probably dirty, but...
So perhaps this additional size is why America...
Oh, and there's sizes that are bigger than the California King as well. Just keep in mind that, and I'm sure they're only growing as well, but people don't, like, more extreme, the bigger beds here, California King, you don't really see like anything ever bigger than that, but they are out there. They're fun too. They're huge. You have to like roll a while to get out of bed. It's like a little workout.
Americans are more likely to use one of these. However massive the mattress, it's more common in the US than the UK for it to sit on top of what is known as a box spring. And while I definitely couldn't claim to be a bed connoisseur, I hadn't heard of the phrase box spring until I moved to America. And there's a couple of reasons for this. Firstly, we don't call it that. Apparently, we call it either a sprung bed base or a divan. I've never used those terms either, and that's because this particular contraption is much less common in Britain. And so what is this contraption? Well, a box spring is a base that sits under your mattress that sort of incorporates a spring system like you might find in your mattress. And the idea is with that additional bounce, I won't keep doing that, the springs in the mattress have a greater shelf life. In Britain, our mattresses tend to sit on harder surfaces, meaning that the springs in your mattress wear down more quickly depending on how much you put them under duress. Mine were mostly fine. But so much for what goes under the mattress. Let's take a look at what goes on top. One of the most common bedroom
is hilarious.
Differences I get asked about is, why do Americans sleep with that extra sheet between the quilt and you. And this is what's known as a top sheet. And while I have read that top sheets have become less popular among younger Americans, they are nonetheless still in wide use. But what purpose do they serve? Well, aside from adding an additional layer of warmth for Americans that don't know the joys of a hot water bottle, a top sheet is often used for hygienic reasons. The theory being that your body, and therefore body odor and sweat and dirt, doesn't come into contact with the comforter/quilt. And I can get behind this idea because it means you can wash the comforter less often. Who needs bulky laundry? Now, because Americans are more likely to use this approach than British people, they're also more likely to not use a duvet cover because what's the point? In Britain, this is largely how we get around the hygiene problem, if indeed we choose to. Now, if Reddit is anything to go by, then this is the source of a heated debate. So let me know in the comments below, top sheet or no top sheet. As for me and my American
Top sheet or no top sheet? That is the question.
wife, we compromised on both a top sheet and a quilt cover for some reason. That's it for this episode. Let me know in the comments
Extra
below
hygiene.
how you keep your bedroom. Just keep it general. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so that my videos don't get lost in the pond. A big shout out to all of my patrons who make these videos possible. If you would like to become a
Yeah, so this guy's good. This guy is entertaining. You just saw his, I don't know what kind of dry, super dry humor and blunt humor. It's amusing. It kind of slaps you and you kind of take a second like, did he just, what did he just say? Good channel. Going to be doing a few videos by him. Very entertaining, very funny guy. I wonder what state he lives in, but yeah, that's definitely a like from me. Same questions to you, just kind of threw out, I threw a couple questions out. Are hot water bottles still in use? About the covers he was talking about, the duvet covers. Let me know what you have to say of why your bedroom is different, or if you could update any of these things that he has said for this video of what the bedrooms are like nowadays. Like maybe the new homes, new homes in UK have closets or walk-in closets or some new contraption. Yes, like I said, for this comment, as an American, I never ever heard of a super queen sized bed. Same, never heard of it. Never heard it advertised or anything. I don't know if this is true, but this person said, in the US, in order to count a room as a bedroom when selling a home, said room generally must contain a built-in closet and a window, in parentheses. I mean, all of our, bedrooms have a closet, built-in closet, and a window. At least one window, at least one closet. Probably true. This person said, nah, the top sheet is for when you are too hot, but if you sleep exposed, you'll feel like the demon that lives under your bed is going to grab your ankle. I think everyone had that growing up, and maybe now too. Who knows? Overall, loved this. Like how the comparison between Americans and the British in these examples, and he does a lot of these kinds of videos, and it's pretty enlightening. It's interesting to see what you have in your bedrooms that we don't, and what we are missing out on perhaps. So let me know what you think. Let me know if this is accurate, if there's new things, and until next time, thanks for joining, and have a good rest of your day.